Hello, we're back and we are in a different landscape, a very pretty one. We are in Kashmir, Indian Kashmir this time, and we are heading towards Srinagar. Show you quickly, we took off from Amritsar, which yes, I don't have a video for that flight because of personal reasons. I couldn't record the flight from Bathinda to Amritsar, but we took off from Amritsar and did this turn over here because we're getting to the main Kashmir valley where Srinagar is, which is right beyond those mountains, and here is the actual Himalayas looking at us from not too far away this time. So let me get external views before we start preparing for descent. Terrain looks absolutely amazing here, and yeah, Srinagar is kind of a almost a mountain oasis, if you can call it that, here between the Kashmiri mountains. It's a very old city from the 6th century, been through a lot. It was a important city in the Mughal period. It's also taken by the Afghans for a while, and for the Sikhs for another while, and then of course it was the capital of Jammu and Kashmir, the princely state, which opted for India during the partition, and that would start triggering several Indo-Pakistani wars over the decades, and unfortunately this area is, it's pacified, but it's not peaceful. There's still a line of control, there's still plenty of military troops around, and yeah, we need to activate the approach. And start turning towards Srinagar. It's going to be an ILS, and again it makes sense that we're kind of descending through the middle. I actually should have been at flight level 180, but the Aerostar doesn't like it, and it's flight level 130, which is where we are, is good enough. But once we turn, we will start worrying about descending. This is not to scale, but we need to be at 11,000 feet at D133, which is... which is still a few miles away. So once we clear the next waypoint, we'll descend to 11,000 feet. Again, this is not a vectored approach, so I've been cleared to do the procedure, so I am going to do the procedure. I haven't been cleared yet, actually. I was just told to expect it. But we'll see. I'm just gonna follow it, because again, I wasn't at the right altitude to start it. So maybe beyond ATC is a bit annoyed. Oh my god, look at this. I love the snowy peaks, but again, the real Himalayas are way over there, and Srinagar is somewhere over there. Still 35 miles to go, but it's been a while since I last flew. I moved house, things are settled, and now I'm back, hopefully more often. The next waypoint still 326, that's fine. And yeah, descend to 11,000. Pretty soon. I'll just see what Beyond ATC tells me to do. Beyond ATC has received a very significant update, including a new vectoring logic, a new taxing logic, and etc. And it apparently behaves better as the team prepares to add VFR ops to it. But this is kind of an anomalous case. Not many people would, in their right minds, fly a piston twin over here, so anyway, we'll start. To descend to 11,000 feet, follow the procedure. Thankfully there are no clouds, so even though we are below freezing temps, there's no risk of icing. The next waypoint is already 313, which is the final course. So just leave this as it is. So after we hit 11,000, then we descend to 8,000. And from 8,000 we get the glide slope. Simple enough. This is very densely inhabited actually. You wouldn't expect that, but it is. India is in general just... yeah. So we can see over here, if you zoom out, there are towns and villages everywhere you look. Still, let's get a chart going. 11,000, isn't it? Right. Radar CCH-7 ready for descent.
Charlie Echo, Charlie India 27, Srinagar Airbase Airport landing runway 31.
Runway 31, CCH-7.
Charlie Echo, Charlie India 27, contact Srinagar approach 133.2.
133.2, CCH-7. Approach CCH-7, flight level 110.
Charlie Echo, Charlie India 27 Srinagar approach. Expect the ILS runway 31 with the Mesa transition.
Expect ILS 31 with the Mesa transition, CCH-7. Zero way past that transition, so that's the problem here.
Charlie Echo, Charlie India 27, descend to 8,000 feet.
Descend to 8,000 feet, CCH-7.
Charlie Echo, Charlie India 27, 7 miles from Psi 31, fly present heading, maintain 8,000 feet until established, cleared. ILS runway 31.
Fly present heading, maintain 8,000 feet until established, clear. ILS runway 31, CCH-7. So we are descending towards C131, which we need to be at 8,000 feet. So 9,000, that's going to be a little. But it's very close from waypoints are really close together. The runways are right in front of us, so that's not the issue. But we do need to slow down and get flaps and gear and whatnot, so we're gonna have a short window to do that. Puwama. I know this is not realistic, but now I kinda like those.
Charlie Echo Charlie India 27, contact Srinagar Tower 130.5. Have a good day.
130.5 CCI 27. Tower CCI 27 on final, runway 31.
Charlie Echo Charlie India 27, Srinagar Tower, runway 31, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 31, CCI 27. And here we are, flaps down. Landing lights, pitot heat stays on. Fuel pumps on. Guess all we need right now is gear. It's a long descent. We get gear going. Does look great. Everything here looks great. I'm not going to go full mixture because the airport's about 5,500 feet. Look at those mountains. Actually a bit south of the city itself, but we can take a look at Kashmir and get the song stuck in our heads for days now. $7,000, so about 1,500 to go. Minimums are 6,600 because it's an ILS. No wind information though, but it seems okay. Speed is fine. We can take a look around. So yeah, this is about... this is not the beginning of the main Himalayan trip, that would be much later, but we are going to see some of the Himalayas in the next flight, which means it will be time for another plane. Something I've never flown before, I believe. So yeah, it's going to be an adventure next time. To learn the new plane and to fly over the mountains. We'll see how it goes. Okay, 2 miles. Nice and easy. There are some hills right before the airport, but not much of a problem. As you heard ATC say, it's an air base, so parts of it are used by the military, but it's a default airport, so you won't see any of that. And yeah. Mile, approx. This ridge right before the airport is a bit tricky. So I'm gonna turn off autopilot right now. Cut power. Seem to be much wind. Full flaps. Up. welcome to Srinagar. I should probably have taken... don't know.
Charlie Echo Charlie India 27, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next taxiway, CC87. Okay, so yeah, Srinagar. Here's the tower, here's cities nearby. And as I said, next time, something different. A different plane, different flight. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you there.